Has anything terrible ever happened to you?
What do you want me to say?
You wanted this conversation. You wanted to talk about something that matters. Talk.
My name is LavaeReed and I'm an artist, and this is my piece titled Deceased Flowers. This is a 14 by 17 inch piece made from charcoal and pastels on heavyweight paper. See, what this is basically like a portrait of what is essentially a couple, two lovers, right? And what they have is like giant holes within their heads. In the woman, it's in like the center of her forehead, and within the man, it's more so in the back of his head. Now, these are supposed to resemble, or I suppose to look like flesh wounds to a certain extent. But with these flesh wounds, it's like I want you to kind of imagine a bullet piercing through one end and exiting through the other. So if you look at the man, just imagine that a bullet was piercing through the front of his head and then into the back, and it kind of like, explodes in the back. It's very much expanding outwards, you know what I mean? And it's the same thing with the woman within this piece. But the thing is, like, their flesh is taking the form of flowers. So with the woman, it's more so, I want to say, the resemblance of a blue iris flower. And then like with the man, I would say his is more so of like a spider lily. Now, I want my audience to like automatically assume that these two are together. Like, this is a portrait of two lovers, as like you can feel the gentleness and like the comforting warmth of the two within this picture, just by how like I drew them together. Like, obviously the woman has her hands placed around his head, and he has his head tilted towards her, tilted down, almost pressing into her, as in like a sign of comfort, finding a safe space. Now, I made this piece to kind of illustrate this feeling that I have that love is dead. Like, this whole concept of relationships, this whole expectation of dating within this generation, and everything what love is supposed to be is deceased. It's no more, you know what I mean? But I wanted to illustrate it in a beautiful way, as a way of saying that just because the love that we all dream for and that we all yearn for, even though this is something that I don't think really exists anymore, especially not in this generation, doesn't mean that it wasn't beautiful. Because a thing is not beautiful just because it lasts, Now, within this piece, I have the man illustrated with his head face down, and he looks like almost lifeless. Like, clearly he has passed on, rather than like the woman who's very much alive and conscious as she's looking at the viewer. But with the man in this piece, I wanted to more so represent the feeling that I have that love is dead, like completely giving up hope. I would say like everything that he was while in a relationship, while chasing love, and being a boyfriend, husband, whatever the case may be, no longer exists. It's lifeless, just like him. And that was like, every bit a part of him. Every bit a part of me. And when that happened, when that took place, something else grew, something beautiful came forth out of that death experience. But with the woman within this piece, and how she's alive and very much conscious, it's like she still lives on despite the wound that she has suffered through. And not only that, not only has she suffered such a serious injury, but she has stopped the bleeding herself, or like the bleeding has stopped. Because if you look at the man within this piece, you can see that there's blood actively dripping, while you look at her and her flower that's in the center of her head, it's more or less dried up. So the time for bleeding has already gone by, and now instead of being like him and then just completely fading away, moving on to the next life, she is there comforting him. So it was like no longer about her, but she cares for him. I know you guys are looking at me crazy because I'm trying to get the words out, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening. It's not working out, but it's okay. I'm gonna get it together. The reason I had her do this was to bring forth the true meaning of love instead. From my experience, and I know a lot of people else have the same experience as me, but everybody says, like, you know, the dating pool is filled with pee. It's really hard out here, and there is nothing but liars and cheaters, and it just completely kills our spirit every time we have to continue on meeting somebody new and just to have the same end result. Like this isn't normal. This isn't what it was supposed to be. Life isn't supposed to be going from one person to another until you finally find somebody to settle down with. Love is something precious. Love is less about fulfilling your desires but caring for the other person. It's less about serving yourself but serving the person that you love and care for, right? So in the midst of these expectations dying, these dreams of receiving the love that you've always wanted, they both put those shattered expectations to an end, as they both have died. But she continues on living, but not for her sake, not for what she can get in return, but in order to nurture him, in order to be there for him, even though he's completely given up on life, completely given up on love. These are the deceased flowers. But what true love is something that is eternal. It's something that does not die. If love does die, like I have shown, then it was never love. So it's more so like the interpretation that or more so like the concept that I created with this is false indeed. I feel like this is something I've always known, but I've never exactly been able to make a piece like really explaining that, or really making a piece that like kind of shows that. I've made plenty of pieces about love and, like, you know, relationships and some of the experiences that I've been through, but I don't know. I don't think I've made one that was kind of vague and beautiful like this. I think I really do love this piece so much, and it's because it shows two halves of the same coin, two versions of myself, because in truth I am the man within this piece, but I'm also the woman I have illustrated within this piece as well. As in, I do believe that love is completely dead. Like, for me personally, it's just not gonna happen. I've tried so many times, and I've come to the realization that I'm just not cut out for it. It's not meant for me, and this is something I should put to rest. Go ahead and bury it, get it gone, right? But I will never stop loving others. So this whole idea of being in a relationship and, you know, dating to marry, and the whole expectation of this system is something I've thrown away, but something that is true to my core is I will always love and serve others. That's the person I want to continue being. That's the person I want to strive for, is to continue loving others despite everything that's going on, despite how much hurt and pain that I've suffered, to still continue being the loving individual that I am, not allowing others to take that from me. I wouldn't say that this piece has such great significance, because this is something that I've really come to the conclusion like months ago. But as such, it is so nice to just, that's what the amazing thing about being an artist is like, everything that you feel inside, that you get to just put it on a paper or a canvas, or just put it out there in some sort of form of art, form of energy, and you get to just admire it, you get to interact with it. I think that's what's so beautiful about it, and I love it so much. I definitely got to go get a frame for it and everything. And another reason why I like this piece is because, like, I definitely want to start doing more than just black art, you know, because I've been doing that for years now. I'm just making art for my people, and I kind of gone into it with the mindset that, you know, I just want to make sure that there's more artwork out there for people who look like me. But man, there are so many great black artists out there, so many great black art that is in the world, that's in these galleries, that is on social media, and I see it everywhere. So, like, I'm happy that we have that representation, and it doesn't feel like it's something I have to throw on my shoulders and carry, you know, all the weight of that. So with that in mind, I'm also thinking that, you know, with all the artwork that I make and the stories that I tell and the work that has such heavy messages out there, I don't want it to be just for, you know, a specific group of people. Like, you know, it's kind of weird to be an artist and have people who want my art when it's specifically made for black people, but then I have a lot of people who are not black who love my work so much and want to buy these pieces, but they have kind of like a weird way of like interacting with it. And depending on who's trying to buy my artwork, I look at it and it's just like, I don't know if I feel comfortable selling this specific piece to you and stuff like that. So I want to get into making more artwork that features other groups of people, so that there's representation out for everybody and not just, you know, people who look like me. If you want to know more about this piece, you can go ahead and visit my website, where I type up a blog that's all about my artwork, so you can get, like, you know, the ins and outs behind my pieces. I'm gonna have that posted on there. I will leave the link in the description below. Yeah, that's really about it. I appreciate you stay to the end of the video. Fuck with y'all. I guess I'll just catch y'all on the next one. I appreciate y'all, man.